it foggy outside. All the planes have been grounded. Ain't the fire inside? Let's all go stand around it. Funny, I've been there, and you've been here. We ain't had no time to drink that beer.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sandman podcast. I am your host, Brian W. Tosh, joined as always by our resident hack checker, Oliver Fullington.
Yo!
Our producer and co-host, El Hilo del Hack, Tyler Fullington. And the man whose stories got stories, the hardcore icon. He's got 99 problems, but bananas ain't one. The Sandman hack. How the hell's it going today?
Dude, I got a lot of shit on my mind. So, let's start with Rampage.
Wow, you want to start with Rampage's son. Okay, Raja Jackson.
Wow.
I showed you the clip Sunday morning when we were in Boston, and Jesus. It was just absolutely brutal. I don't know if I've seen a more, obviously the New Jack incident, obviously,
Wow, we ranking it with that?
I am, because I think of it, I'm like, man, that's just straight up, it was vicious. It was a shockingly vicious, brutal video.
Dude, it was shocking that the other wrestlers did nothing. I watched it a couple more times. The dude that was dressed like Halloween back in the day was WCW. There was a Mexican wrestler named Halloween.
Yeah.
That guy that was in the ring with him, acting like he was trying to stop him. Either that guy, and then the other guy's laying right underneath the bottom rope, watching all this shit, dude. Either they were in on it or they're just the biggest pussies.
Well, I kind of disagree. The one guy did get him in a front face lock.
No, that was after the guy landed 47 punches.
I know, but I don't even know if he was...
the latest thing.
I'm not even sure if that guy was involved with the ring.
Okay, that guy did his job, and I know the guy that you're talking about.
Right.
But the first guy did absolutely nothing.
Well,
the other guy just laid there and watched.
Did you guys see the extended clip of it, too? How about they counted a pinfall on the fucking thing? They counted a pinfall on the guy. Yeah, that was the most irresponsible thing I have ever seen.
Yeah, I don't know much. I watched the clips and everything. I didn't dive deep into the situation, but everybody's at fucking fault in this situation.
Yeah,
everybody's at fucking fault. The wrestling promotion, the kid, it's everybody's fault.
Right.
In this fucking thing, because clearly the kid had no idea what the fuck was going on when the dude hit him with a beer can on his fucking head?
Right, backstage
or something.
Before.
Clearly he had no fucking idea that was going to happen, or the dude was going to do anything or whatever. So this is everybody's fault.
Right, and that's no justification, though, Ollie.
The dude's wrong for obviously doing what he did, but this is everybody's fault.
Right, it was a lot of things.
What happened backstage before?
Backstage before, the man who was assaulted and is recovering. I forget his name. I think it's Stu something. Psycho Stu. Thank you, Gunk. And he slammed a beer in his head to Raja Jackson backstage, and apparently was working. And
why were they doing a skit? What was going on?
Something leading up to it for the match later.
He did something to that kid, and that kid obviously doesn't really know what a work is or whatever.
He doesn't know anything.
And I guess he took it
The Jackson kid.
Yeah. But
he didn't know it was a work.
But that's part of the problem is, why are you having people who aren't smart enough to the biz in the biz, and why are you doing things like that to them and having them involved in angles?
And he took it as some wrestler dude crashing a beer can on his head. He didn't know apparently what was going on. So,
and the fact that
that's why he did what he did.
And the fact that there was a 3 count after lets me know that it's everybody's fucking fault.
Yeah, that's
because that number one shouldn't have happened. So whoever's involved in that promotion probably shouldn't even be fucking wrestling anyway.
Well, when WWE said, "Hey, we're done with us backing you as one,"
they were involved in the WWE. Yes,
I'm not absolving Rampage's son of anything, but this is everybody's fault, dude.
Yeah, the promoter, the booker, all the workers that were involved in it and everything. It was just a total joke, man. I mean, seriously.
Well, why
it's
didn't
just,
he? Well, wait, why didn't he react in the back like that? I don't understand.
well, I know what you're saying.
Why
If
didn't
Raj,
that happen right
if
then?
Raj Jackson was so upset at the time for getting the beer slammed on him,
Sounds like
Jump-
somebody might have got in his ear.
jumped the guy then. Well, then somebody else said, some worker came up to him backstage also and told him to give him a receipt out there. And give him a receipt out there. So that guy's.
Sound like somebody got in his ear.
But that hack. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I saw a tweet from I believe it was Shane Helms today.
So the same thing.
Okay, and he said
And he's 100% right.
receipts are only for, like, if I were to stiff you in the ring or something, you give me one back, and it's only in the ring for in the ring stuff, and you're not really trying to, like, you are not trying to hurt the guy. It's just to give him like a little like a hey, what's up kind
Well, he
of thing.
basically said a backstage receipt stays a backstage receipt, and an in-ring receipt is an in-ring receipt. Like if the guy's going to do something to you backstage, you don't bring it out into the ring. And you know what I'm saying? It's kind of what he said, but...
Okay, but either way. Now, why was Jackson there?
He was involved with the Fed. They were booking him for an angle.
Oh, okay. Is he a boxer? Is that
He's
why
a- he's an MMA fighter, but I think he's-
What is
Because
he?
he's a streamer.
He's a streamer, and he has some following, and I think they want to get him incorporated in like an angle or something. And look, there's MMA guys that cross over into the business and everything, but you got to be smartened up at a point to know that the things will work. Even from the
How old
slams,
is the kid?
he's young. He's in his early.
He's 25.
He's 25.
And
Okay.
that, all this is making an explanation. Has his dad reacted at all?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rampage has
What does
spoken out.
dad say?
He's spoken out against his son, saying, look, he referenced the fact that his son is CTE, which doesn't condone your actions or anything, but it could speak to having a strange reaction to something that would be overly violent, right? You see that sometimes tendencies for people with CTE. That doesn't condone the behavior whatsoever, though. But the whole thing's a mess, man. It's like, I got to ask you, Hack, have you ever been involved in a shoot situation in the ring or witnessed anything where something was a work that turned into a shoot and got violent between the boys?
Bubba slapped the piss out of me, shit like that. I deserved it, dude. That's
Bubba?
what I did. Yeah.
Really?
The time we were, where the hell were we? Somewhere right in Jordan, not too far from here, like over in Belmar or something like that. I had been up for a couple days or something, and I slapped the piss out of me in the ring once.
Really? And you think you deserved it?
Huh?
You think you deserved it?
Dude, he was 400 pounds. What am I going to do?
Nothing, but I mean,
Yeah. Stand there, like, pat his chest, like, please don't hurt me.
But he didn't try to fuck you up or put you in the
No,
hospital.
just a slap.
Like the slam that this guy delivered, and then he gave him probably 20 punches
Well,
on the
Bubba
ground.
has stiffed me before, and it's not a receipt either.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
He's,
I know.
A
He
couple
fucking ate
times
that
with
beard.
the cane, he'll hit you with the last like 6 inches.
Are you just watching it now? Ollie?
No, but it's just like looking at it now, like thinking about it, like he didn't fucking move. When he
No.
got hit with that.
No, he didn't. But he's a fighter, and I mean,
Even
fighters.
Big John
No, I
in
know.
there
It's
and
just
stuff.
funny. It's just like,
Yeah, the whole thing, man. Jesus Christ,
Yeah, what a
dude,
mess.
what a mess, man. Seriously, absolute
dude, the way
mess.
he got that fucking dude up to, Jesus Christ.
I know. Oh, it's just vicious shit, man. But yeah, that's
Yeah, everybody's at fault in that.
everybody's at fault in that. It's certainly a mess, man, and
Conscious.
yeah.
Should we talk about Boston now?
Well, sure, Hack. Let's talk about the weekend in Boston, man.
Oh my God, Ty was the worst driver ever.
Oh,
It took
God.
me 7 hours to get there.
Ty was fantastic driver. Okay,
No, it was fucking horrible.
the traffic sucked in Connecticut.
A ride that should take like 5.5.
It had nothing to do with Ty. Ty was great.
No,
We had a
I
great-
Mario.
We had a great
I
time.
can't be like, ooh, Ty did his best, but the traffic was so bad. I mean, I'm gonna say he was the shit.
We had a great time though. Shouts out to Focus Pro Wrestling. That was Saturday night.
Wow, what a A1 job those guys did.
Yeah, seriously.
Wow.
I thought it was great. The bar set up in there.
Wow, it was just a great operation.
Which one are you talking about, Hack?
Focus Pro the night before. We're
I
talking.
was on the next day.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
already on the
I knew.
next day.
No, the night before though.
At the
What a
bar.
crowd, dude! ECW was like being in the ECW arena.
There was a lot of
like
Sandman
watching
shirts.
the other matches and stuff like that.
I gotta say,
good.
I gotta say too. Listener Josh from Braintree met up with us in the parking lot,
Cool
and was
guy.
cool dude. and you made his night, you made his year, Hack.
I did, yeah.
Oh, by hanging out.
By being you, surprisingly.
He was hanging out with you and Ty.
Surprisingly.
He was hanging out with you guys and us in the parking lot, and I was watching the show.
He did bring a party favor, though, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
I love him.
You guys were watching the matches at the Curtain, and he tweeted about it too. And he was like, "Man, getting to watch matches with the Sandman at the Curtain was like you would have told me as a kid. I couldn't believe this. So you really made his night, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was cool. Thanks for coming out and support and everything like that. It was a good time. It was a really good time. Fun show.
Yeah."
Everything like that. The crowd was awesome for
Crowd
being
was
like a
hot
small
for
like
everything.
bar brewery. You know, like they were live for everything. It was a good time.
Yeah, it really was. You rocked.
Some good workers, too. The tag match.
The tag match was
The
fun.
tag match was really good.
Yeah, I enjoyed
The
that.
finish was flat, but I told him that back in the back.
Ty,
Well, the one
Gotta
guy
keep
asked
it
me.
real.
The one guy asked. You know what I'm saying?
I thought they
well,
went
I told him
ahead-
he did good. He's like, you watched? I was like, yeah, I watched the whole thing. I said, the finish was flat. The finish was flat. Watch it back. You know
I
what
think
I'm
they
saying?
went a little bit too long.
Oh, yeah, it was, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Besides that.
But I thought it was really fun. And
That's why
Ty,
the finish was flat. They went too long.
one of the things we always talk about is kind of like
How many falses can you buy?
guys in the business not watching what other people do. And when
Oh, yeah, talk about that
when
guy.
we first got to the building, Ty, you said that you saw a guy in a mustache, and you were like, "Who is that guy?"
The dude looked like he should have been riding a unicycle, like juggling something in Italy, like around the Leaning Tower of Pisa. You know what I'm saying with that
Yeah.
mustache that he has?
It's a me. I'm on.
Yeah, one of those guys.
Well, it was Richard Holiday. He's actually from the Connecticut area, and he's been working for MLW a lot. He was even tag champs with MJF and MLW a couple of years back.
Oh, nice.
So like he's been a 10-year pro in the business. And you were saying you were when you were talking to the promoter, you were hearing him talk to some of the other boys too.
Yeah, talk to. Well, he first came up because I wanted to talk to the promoter about something, but he was mentioning how he was going to do something specific, you know, in his match or whatever, and if he could just, you know, let the rest of the boys know, like, I'm doing this, you probably shouldn't do this, you know, in your match. Is it promoter? No problem, you know, cool, this, that, the other. And what was the other thing? Oh, and
ref.
yeah, and there was somebody was talking, going over a match or something, and he was overhearing, you know, I guess either they asked him to, you know, listen in on the match or stuff like that, blah, 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 give him some tips. And the one guy, you know, suggested maybe bumping the ref, and he said, listen, we got 2 refs, you can't bump a ref. You know, and it's just, you know, smart, professional, you know, advice and being aware. And even he was at the Curtain watching the matches with me, Hack, and Josh, whatever, you know. But just a pro's pro. You're at the show. Watch, like we say all the time, watch the show, watch the matches, you know, pick up.
It's not like there's a monitor in the back on like, I
Right.
would say 50% there's no monitor on the indie shows that I go.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got to watch at the Curtain.
And
Right.
he's at the Curtain, and he's watching.
Yeah.
There's a reason he's successful.
Yeah, and he's a real pro wrestler.
Yeah,
so.
and it's like, dude, whether there's, I don't know how many people were there, but whether there's fucking 50 people in the crowd or there's 50,000 in the crowd, like, you do the same shit.
Yeah,
It's your job,
It was really
you know?
cool, and that was a really fun night. The first night. Also, shouts out to my sister and her boyfriend who stopped by for the show. They got to witness the full Hack experience both Friday night and my sister
Oh
on
my
Saturday.
God, his sister. If you people met her, you would laugh so much. You would honestly, the first thing you would think is, how the hell did he come out of that same womb?
Well, so Hack, I got to tell you too. My sister made a great point about your entrance. She turns to me as you're making your entrance, and she's like, "It's like he's giving out communion."
I can't wait for some time.
The hardcore
The
communion.
hardcore communion that you go. That's what
right.
you compared it to. So
That's our next T-shirt, hardcore communion.
Hardcore communion. Then Saturday. Oh, also this.
No, but it's got to be like a piece of acid instead of fucking a wafer.
Oh God! This is the other thing we got to
We'll
call
stick with the beer.
Yeah,
or
stick
a
with the beer,
brownie,
but-
or a pop brownie.
Okay. The other thing I have to call. The other thing I have to call out about your entrance too was fucking awesome. Is right before you're about to go out, we know that you're 4th or 5th match or whatever, and Gunky and his girl get to the building. And they got to the building. You had not seen Gunky yet. You're doing your fucking entrance. You're in the ring. And you stop your entrance and you point and laugh and say, "Yo, Gunky!"
All right, Gunk.
Yeah, all right, Gunk. It was fucking
You
great.
cannot see the dude.
I know, but you're in the ring at this point. You're supposed to.
Hey, Gunk.
I know. Gunk getting shouted out mid-entrance.
Yeah, I'm relaxed out there, just having fun.
So
you know?
fucking funny,
Nothing to
man.
really think about or anything.
Me and Ty turned to each other. We're just like, he just fucking shouted out Gunk in his entrance. Fucking great, man.
Where's my shirt at, Gunk?
Yeah, where's he was rocking a Sandman shirt though the next
On Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, did we say what was the name of that federation?
That was Focus Pro Wrestling.
Okay.
So shouts out to Focus Pro Wrestling. Really cool stuff there. Great time.
Yeah, they said they're at that venue pretty much once a month.
Pretty much once a month at that brewery. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I had a couple beers there too. The beer was pretty good.
It was a cool spot.
Yeah, it really was. The next day, Sunday, we had the amazing event, the Big Ass Extreme Bash at Kowloon Restaurant in where was that actually? I can't remember. Saugus. So it's a little bit outside of
I think we're
Boston.
pronouncing that right, but I'm not 100%
I'm not
sure.
100%.
Saugus.
What a fucking... I mean, first off, the food there. First off, the accommodations from Major Figure Team. Myers, Cardona, they were top-notch.
Wow.
I mean, seriously, they had a buffet set up. We had all kinds
Green
of
room,
stuff.
catering, everybody taken care of. Yeah.
Everything taken care
No
of.
coffee.
No coffee, but I did get you some tea, boss, all
He
right?
was fine.
All right, I got you some tea.
Dude, it's Boston.
Yeah.
You're a tea party.
Yeah, there you go, Ty.
I died.
I'll be here all night.
But I got it. So they have this giant spread of food, and it's world renowned apparently. This place, and the Chinese food was fantastic.
I was trying for a normal human. He looked at it as like a snack.
Oh yeah, okay. So there
Tosh was like, "You guys did all this for me?"
Thank you very much. There was a contest between me and Tommy to see who throw down more plates.
Oh wow!
I had him.
Keg all
Tosh
night.
Berry Dreamer.
I had him at 6, and I think I did 5.
We had a pre-show
so
sumo match between Tosh and Tommy.
as I'm going up and I'm filling my first plate, okay, Hack turns to me.
You
and
notice how he says first plate?
Yeah.
Like we know there's more and more.
I was eating
One
there
of
for
8.
all day. I was eating everything. So
Dude, the
anyway,
food was
What
awesome.
else is there?
you turn to me, Hack, as I'm filling up my plate, and you're like, "Dude, I just took a chocolate bar with mushrooms this morning. I'm high as fuck." And I had no
Oh,
idea.
dude, I was for about an hour and a half, dude. I was fucking.
I should have known when we were in the catering line. Hack's like, "This broccoli is amazing."
It really was. The chicken and broccoli, the lo
That
mein,
food was like the chicken. I didn't think was great, but everything else I thought
the
was great.
pork, the beef,
The
everything.
steak tips, yeah.
Oh,
all that.
I mean, just
so good.
really, just amazing food. Amazing food. And for like probably
I
about.
wish we knew the owner's name. The guy.
Oh yeah, the owner. They just are
He's been
celebrating.
there for like 29 years.
No, they've been
No,
celebrating.
75.
No,
He has been.
but that
Oh,
guy's
that-
been
yes.
there his job for that long.
Yes.
Well, we asked him if he was the owner, and he said, "Well, my family."
My family.
So
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we sat back there. We're at a table. It's us, Tommy, and Hack, and Scotty comes in a little bit later. But I would say for about an hour and a half, Tommy was telling us Hack stories. And
They were lies.
oh my God. We laughed, I would say probably for an hour and a half straight.
I
Tommy.
forgot how funny it was a human. I
Dude,
just
we have to have, I mean, we will get
whether
Tommy
you're
on.
laughing at me or with me.
We will get Tommy on in the future, but oh my God, the stories that he told us about Hack are absolutely unbelievable, but I know that they are true.
We'll have a chapter.
He will have
and
a
he probably
chapter.
remembered none of them.
None of them.
Yeah.
None of them. And they were.
Well, just
Alabama, Alaska, Arizona. I remember that story before he even spit it out.
yeah. Besides,
The guy says I broke a bottle over his head. I know I didn't break a bottle over that guy's head.
you also said you didn't light a
somebody else.
cigarette in the airplane
Ricky Steamboat.
With Ricky Steamboat. Tommy said,
he
"Yes, you
wasn't
did,
there."
Hack."
No, that's how stories grow taller. Dreamer wasn't there.
In this
don't-
case, wider, but it's a myth.
Listen, we got to get
Zeno
Tommy on.
match for me. He was
Dude, we
right
got a
next
couple. There was one. There was a Cody Rhodes story that
Oh
was.
God! I mean, we'll
that
let-
was hysterical,
I-
but
we'll
yeah.
let Tommy tell these when we get Tommy on the show eventually because he's got some great Hack stories. And that Hack, I don't ever ask you for anything, man. I'm not like bumming you for pictures or whatever or anything.
This is totally a hack. This
This
is
is so-
me. This is just the person that I am.
This is the guy that Hack is. I'm like, yo, Hack, they got these I see Cardona and Myers and everybody. They're all rocking these big ass Extreme Bash Kowloon hats. And I'm like, yo, Hack, can you get me one of those hats, man? And he's like, yeah. He just gets up and he makes a beeline over to Hawkins and Cardona. And he's like, nice hat. And he just takes the hat from Hawkins and he gives it to me. And I'm like...
He just turns and walks right away and just hands it right to Tosh.
And he gives it to me, and then I see Hawkins, like, look at me. And he comes over, like a couple minutes later, and he's like, oh... He's almost, like, sheepish. And he's like, by the way, like, that hat's all sweaty. I got you this one instead. And he takes his hat back and gives me a fresh one.
Yeah, I didn't know they had other ones. I just thought that was a one-off.
Yeah, well...
Tosh wants that one.
Yeah, and I was like, what the heck?
Tosh wants that hat.
Yeah.
He gets that hat.
Yeah, thank you, boss.
Dude, those boys respect.
I know.
None of the business.
And you were probably still high at that point on mushrooms,
Yeah.
so.
Those dudes are great, though, man.
They are awesome, man. And that setup they had was so cool. They really do. And the other thing, too, Scotty sat down, too. We were getting to talk to Scotty for a while.
When he first walked up and at the table and he looked at me.
Oh, he didn't recognize you.
And he
said,
goes,
do I know you?
he goes, how do I know? He goes, how do I know you? He didn't recognize me at first. I said, well, I was your son at one point.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh.
After a while, we got
Hi,
him.
how are you?
We got him warmed up a little bit. And I was sitting next to him and I was eating, obviously.
I
And,
wasn't warmed up with the Eskimo shoes he was wearing on August 24th.
Yeah, his snow boots he's always
He's
wearing.
literally wearing snow, but did he have socks on?
I don't know.
I couldn't even
The
tell.
stupidest shoes I've ever seen in my life.
But he turns to me and he's like, you all right with fat jokes? And I'm like,
Do you mind if I tell him fat joke?
yeah.
Scotty.
Yeah.
That's just how we are. You know what
No,
I'm
I
saying?
know.
The boys will
The fact that he asked is hilarious.
It is. And he's
It's
like,
hilarious. We start cracking up. In fact,
yeah,
that he
no,
asked.
we were laughing right then. And he was like, they should call you Tosh 20.0. I was like, damn.
We all just fucking
I was like,
dying.
damn. And we were loving it, man. And I gotta say too, the other thing,
Oh, that's good.
Scotty, I don't know how we got to talking about this shit, but we're on the drive up, and somehow we get to talking about Bigfoot, and then we start booking a Bigfoot character in wrestling.
Yeah.
And it's the stupidest shit, but we're going on about Bigfoot for like an hour. I mean, we're booking out
Nobody
weeks.
had a camera rolling for this.
we're
We're booking out
booking
like
out
6 months. And like,
Yeah, I mean,
6
we're
months of Bigfoot. We got booked.
long-term booking of Bigfoot character.
Why did you videotape this?
So we're booking out Bigfoot, and we made a Bigfoot joke, and then Scotty got really like engaged in the conversation, and he starts telling us all this lore about Bigfoot. So then we start telling him we're booking a Bigfoot character, and he had all these booking ideas for the
He starts
Bigfoot.
coming out. He was so into
His
it.
first idea was actually freaking brilliant. When I was a heel, like in the very beginning of my career, before I even got into the ring, I would get up on the apron, I would like slingshot myself over, but I would catch my toe on the top rope, and I would take a bump into the ring, and everybody would laugh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he goes, "That's how Bigfoot should start all his matches."
Yeah,
By
Bigfoot
catching
with
his
the big
toe
toe.
on the
Yeah.
top rope.
Yeah,
That's brilliant.
Dude.
Right there. I mean, like right off the top of
And
his
you
head.
finish him with like a drop toe hold.
Yes.
Yeah.
He had so many great ideas, and it was just shouts out to Scotty and Raven. We're going to try to get him on soon
Should make
coming
a
up.
comic book
Dude,
that.
sitting there for a couple hours just with you three, and especially you and Scotty, because you guys are like an old married couple, like just going back and forth, and the whole, it was hilarious.
Oh, it was amazing.
I'm looking at Toss. I'm like, this is my childhood, dude.
No, it was
Like,
amazing. I mean, I was and just
I was even worse back then. Me and him were like,
yeah.
we were literally like 13-year-old boys, just trying to abuse
with
each
the
other.
go away placemat.
the go away mat and everything, and it's like, dude, that shit's fucking. The shoot interviews between you two guys are like what I've wanted this show to sound like just have that same like fun and but also informative about the business. So just to get to sit with Scotty for that afternoon was great for me.
Shout his thing out.
Oh, his documentary's coming out, and he'll be in Philadelphia for that.
It's not out yet.
It's not out yet. They're just doing some.
They're doing like screenings and
They're
stuff.
doing some screenings. We'll put it up on a social when they're coming to Philly and everything. So,
If you're lucky, I'll be there to talk about it afterwards.
but I got to tell you too, Major Figure Pod and that entrance that you made was awesome. So they had you guys all sit in on their pod, come through. They had an extreme cosplay contest where the girl dressed up as Spike Dudley won. That was cool.
No, that was good. That entertained me.
Yeah, there was like 5 or
Totally.
6 really good costumes
Yeah, they had
that
really
people
good.
had on.
Two
yeah.
different variants of Bubba.
I had to go
Yeah,
in.
Gil
There was
Bubba.
like, even when the Sandman guy got eliminated, I had the girl already.
Yeah. So as you make your entrance too, you come around up to the front over where I'm standing with Gunk, and I'm yelling over to you because sitting front row is John Cena's father, and Hack had interactions with him back in WWE.
Yeah, when he brought one of his young boys there, and I ended up being bumped out of like the live show to what's it, pre-show? What was it? Dark.
Yeah, Dark.
Something dark, and it was somebody that he was training or whatever, and then we got to talking and stuff like that. So yeah, great guy, dude. And he looked exactly the same that he did and this was back in like 208 probably.
So 15 years
Still
later,
looks
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
shook his hand and everything, I guess. But
Yeah, I had to put him over.
and as you're on the pod too, on the car ride up, we're listening, I put on some music or whatever, and we're listening to, I think it was like Eric B. and Rakim or something came on, and you thought it was Will Smith. And I was like, no, it's not Will Smith. This is Rakim, but Will Smith Will Smith did bite his flow on Summertime. I said this. He bit his flow.
He did what?
He bit his flow, so I explained to Hack what biting someone's flow means, and I was like, it's like Tommy. It's like what he does. He bites everybody's flows. And then Hack turns to me while he's on the pod. Yo, what do we call Tommy? And I have to yell over to him, he's biting his flow! Yeah, he's biting his
Did
flow.
anybody get it?
Nobody got it. Nobody got it.
Well, until you explained that he's got the dusty pants, the this, the that, the
Nobody
other.
got it, but it was
Hack's just ripping Tommy, saying he's a gimmick stealer in the whole middle of the pod thing.
using some rap terminology that like nobody's going to make the crossover to get, and you're coming over to me in the middle of the pod too. I'm like, what the fuck? You're not focused at all. It's just, you're in your own world at all times.
Well, he opened up the pod with, yeah, I was so high on mushrooms earlier.
That is literally how you opened it with them too.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta know where I'm coming from.
Okay, yeah.
Get on my level.
Yeah, get on my level. But shouts out to everybody there at Major Figure Pod.
Yeah, fun
Kowloon.
weekend.
Really, really fun stuff, man. So that was our weekend in Boston. So really, really awesome time. This week on the show, we are covering AEW Forbidden Door 2025. This was from the O2 Arena in London. They had a pretty big house there, sold out crowd.
The show's still going on, just so.
Oh, geez, it's like every other one. The show started off with Cope and Christian taking on Killswitch and Kip Sabian.
How happy were they going first? Fucking.
I'm sure.
Oh, they probably loved it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think this match really would have struggled if it was placed elsewhere in the card. Because you got the really good reaction for the entrance for Edge. And the match itself was not much. I mean, this was Killswitch's first match in a long time. I didn't think he looked particularly well.
Yeah, why hadn't we seen him?
He had been actually dealing with like a medical issue, too. He was hospitalized for a while with like a respiratory thing, I think. And so he hadn't worked.
Glad he's all right.
And
Yeah, I'm glad he's back.
Nick Wayne was supposed to be in the match, but he got hurt.
He got
right
hurt as
before
well.
the match, right before it. So
Which
they had to
also
switch it up.
sucks because, I mean, he was just about to have, this is the biggest program of his life.
Right.
Gets hurt, and now that delays the Christian program with him. So, for what it was, which was kind of like a, let's get your feet back together as a tag team match with him and Christian, it was okay. There really wasn't a whole lot to the match. I loved, my favorite part of the match, though, and one of my favorite parts of this show was Bryan Danielson on commentary. I thought he was fucking stellar.
He did very well.
I thought he was an excellent, excellent color analysis, and I wish that he would be in that role permanently. I don't know if his schedule would permit, and I know for this show you had Nigel working, plus Taz didn't make the trip, so it opened up a spot to have him. But I thought he was fucking awesome. Like, his breakdown for Christian in this match, like saying, like, oh, he's not extending his hand to make the tag. Like, I would have made Christian start the match and work to see if I could trust him. Like, it was almost sports-like in his breakdown, but it was still within the confines of wrestling. And it wasn't gimmicky or anything. Like, I love the fact that he left before the main event and was like, I can't be, I can't, I'm biased. I have to get out of here before the match. Like, I thought he was awesome on the show. It was one of
He did a great job speaking from like a wrestler's perspective.
Yes.
Like Taz has been a commentator for so long, he still kind of references like some of the things that like, he's done in the ring, but like Danielson's still fresh.
Yeah.
So like he's obviously, and he's worked a bunch of these dudes. So like he's coming from like a fresh, perspective. I thought he was really good.
He's
at
worked
and
all
like,
everyone.
To Ty's point, like Taz will make a comparison of like watching a match and make a comparison of who's working to somebody that he used to like work with back in the day, or somebody that he saw or was in the business when he was. So it was nice to have like Brian's perspective of like somebody who was just working against these guys a couple months ago. Like
Yeah.
he's somebody who's really familiar with these guys.
Especially when it had so much time to work with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This isn't like an 11, 12, 14-minute match. Just, you know what I'm saying? It's like time you can breathe and you can do all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Well,
Give it back.
I think this match. How long did this one go? Ollie?
13:46.
Okay.
Any of them.
Just in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the work in this was just all right. I did enjoy the finishing sequence when Cope gave the spear to Luchasaurus through the ropes, which was a nice spot.
Yes,
It was a good finish.
Good finish, and then Christian getting him elevated, Sabin for the spear from Cope as well. Liked the finish. Didn't really love anything else in the match. Like Mother Wayne, pretty good second. She had that MILF money going. I mean, she looked great, but not really a whole lot in this match. I'm gonna go 2 stars for it. Ollie?
I'm gonna give it like definitely a solid 3 for sure, because the finish was really good. I mean, I didn't expect like a whole lot as far as like work rate goes in the match. The more interesting like thing to me in the match was like Christian and fucking Edge's relationship, like, and how they're like playing that out and seeing like where that's gonna go, because it's like, is he gonna turn on him? Is he still fully with him?
My thing with that, though, is yes, you're doing that story, but then they also started to do a similar dissension thing with Kip and Killswitch. When Killswitch was giving him, like, really hard tags, and he was, like, using him as, like, a weapon, and you didn't know if those two were getting along, too. So it's kind of like overlap stories. I don't know. That's my, like, nitpick about it,
But
too.
I mean, all in all, I think it was solid. And solid, I think it was the right decision, like you said, to put it as an opener, like especially for those guys, and to get the reaction that you did. So it was good.
Yeah. Hack?
Maybe they're going to weave the 2 stories and they'll change partners. Yeah.
I could.
You could do that.
Maybe they're thinking about that. What was the other thing? Yeah, I don't know. To me, it was like they did a match which could have been done in an angle.
They did a match.
Because the angle is the end to me. Like the whole thing, it's like they're together, but are they together?
The Nick Wayne injury, I think, kind of threw a wrench into it a little bit, and the culmination story, I think, is they're still kind of working through the kinks of it. But
What do you give it as a star, Hack?
It's got those 2 wins. It's got to be 2.5.
2.5. Okay. Ty?
I liked it. I liked when opening up, Christian tagging himself out
Yeah.
to put Cope in. Like once Killswitch got in, he's like, no, and you're like, there's Christian.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but it was. I was scared about Christian getting the hot tag with Killswitch in the ring, because if he tags himself out and he gets the hot tag and Killswitch, how can it be a hot tag? But they orchestrated it pretty well. It was kind of like a semi-hot tag to like a. It was quick. It wasn't like a hot tag, but Killswitch killed him a little bit there.
Well, they did the blind tag too to Kip to give them that near fall late in the match too, which was nice. I like that too.
I thought after like the hot like uproar, I wish they would have went home quicker, but it is what it is. But it was
Wow. How long was it?
The 13.
But it was just like after the hot, there was like a lull, and I don't know if somebody got lost, because it kind of looked like they got lost for half a second. But I'm just like hot, bang, 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 like
half-ass paying attention.
yeah, whatever. But I love the finish. I'll give it a 3.
3. Next up on the show, the other thing too I want to call out is this Forbidden Door card. It used to have a really good feel when you had a lot of the New Japan workers on it, and it used to have something. It felt different than the typical AEW pay-per-views that you would get. Well, now New Japan is pretty weak, and the talent that was brought over on this show wasn't a whole lot, and it didn't really have it didn't really have a special kind of feel where like the first couple Forbidden Doors you were like, oh, this is like a dream show kind of thing, and now it's like New Japan is pretty weak, and
Why are they weak?
Well, AEW's taking a lot of their top
AEW
guys.
took Okada and Takeshita,
And some of their guys are older.
They're older and they want to work a little
And
bit.
Tanahashi's retiring soon.
Naito's no longer in New Japan, and he's kind of
Ibushi.
washed up. Ibushi's not who he
So
was.
what's the biggest company now in Japan?
It's still New Japan, but it's not. It's not at the levels that it was.
It's just not as strong as it's
as
been.
it was over the last decade, where it's like, oh man, they're doing really, really good business. They're still searching and finding their next guys too. So they're kind of in a transition
Yeah, like
period.
you said, this card seemed just pretty AEW dominant for like
Yeah.
a Forbidden Door.
I mean, and they're also mixing in some like CMLL
Yeah.
workers
Yep.
and stuff like that, more and more to the Forbidden Door card, which they probably have to do since New Japan is so weak
Yeah,
right now. So it's just
Well, and why not?
becoming more of like a mix.
and the business with the CMLL right now is really hot. Like CMLL is on a huge run this year, so like it's good.
Lucha's up right now in wrestling.
Yeah, it's good for.
Well, it should be with freaking what's going on with WWE.
Well, CMLL is the biggest company in Mexico, and they're on a huge
Yeah,
run
now
this year.
just WWE will get more light.
Yeah, just the fact that like both big companies are super involved with the Lucha wrestling
Yeah,
right
that-
now, it's
with
made it super hot again.
Up next on the show was the TNT title match between Kyle Fletcher and Hiromu Takahashi. So Hiromu is one of these guys that New Japan's been trying to elevate. He was a light heavyweight wrestler for a long time. Now he's in their heavyweight division, and I thought he did a really good job in this match. Nobody really bought him as a lot of these finishes where I'm like, okay, I guarantee it's this finish. You know what I mean? And I did for a second give him a chance in this match, but the crowd was getting into him during his comeback portion, and he hit a lot of really good offense. And Fletcher is so good at his selling that he gets you into the guy that he's in the ring with, even though I know that he doesn't necessarily have a chance in the match. So I actually really enjoyed
He
this.
might be the best thing going right now, honestly.
I
Yeah,
think he
he's
might
up
be.
there.
I mean, he really is up there as far as like best workers in the business right now.
Yeah, if you said he was, I couldn't argue.
Dude, I saw him have a 5-star match with Dustin Rhodes. It was Dustin's last match on Collision a couple weeks ago. Oh my God, the match that he had with him. Like,
So wait a minute. They brought Dustin in. He won that belt, and now he's gone.
Well, he got that moment in Texas of winning the belt, like winning because he never won like a singles title in AEW,
yeah.
if I'm correct.
Yep.
So they gave him that moment, and then what was it? A week, 2 weeks later, Fletcher took it off of him
Yeah.
on a Dynamite or Collision.
Collision, and he had to have double knee surgery. So he's had both knees operated on Hack since then. So I think it was kind of like a, hey.
Give him his moment before he gets a surgery.
Texas.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then...
And it worked, and Fletcher's no worse for wear for it. Now he's got the TNT title. Like, and this match, though, how long did this one go?
This was 15:27. I think maybe about like 3 minutes too long, but still really good match to me.
I think that this one might be, I think it might have been my favorite on the show. But it might be the world title. I'm not sure. But this was really good. I really loved Hiromu reversed the brainbuster into a cradle, which was really nice. Kyle held onto his neck, and then he rolled him into a brainbuster himself, and that was the finish. I kind of felt like this one needed to be the top rope brainbuster to put him out after everything they did.
I was like, what?
You thought the finish was kind of,
Yeah, I was expecting more.
I feel like...
But it seems like that's what how the business is lately.
This whole card, which I very much liked, which I was going to get into later, was not a lot of kick out of finishers.
Which was good. It was change of
Yes,
pace.
100%.
Yeah.
A lot of them were all solo hit finishes.
I know, but
Which we talk about and what we like, but
I'm educated to think that your first two finishers are not going to be the finish. So then when you do hit your finisher and finish it with it, I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, you're
Yes, I
like you're
loved it.
almost puzzled at a point. You're like scratching your head at it. You're like,
But I like it.
But
if
I
it's,
call,
if
but
it's re-educating fans, I'm all for it. You know
I
what I
caught
mean?
myself after a lot of these matches going, nice.
Yeah, fine. I'm happy with that.
Yes,
Good.
yeah, like nice.
But
I like
you
that.
can hear it in the crowd because it's not a pop. It's like there's a half-assed little pause. Right
yeah, the crowd's not ready
You're like,
for
oh
it.
shit! Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Kind of like that.
For a match, though, I really enjoyed this, man. I'm going to go 4.25 stars for it. Obviously, right booking decision and just Hiromu, really good stuff, too, in there. So I enjoyed this one. Ollie?
I'm giving it 3.75.
3.75.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, dude, it was good. It was really, really good. I mean, I think they could have shaved like a couple of minutes off of it, because I feel like they had like moments where they really, really had the crowd, and then they did something else, and it was kind of like back to low, and then they got them up again, and then it's like back here, you know. So when I was watching it, like I'm like, all right, maybe time to go home now, and then like my really only note after it was just probably 3 minutes a little too long, but still really, really good.
Hack.
Dude. That's a 4.5 easy.
4.5 easy.
To me,
Yeah. Okay.
That's a freaking good man. That's a lot packed in that time.
You got any notes on it? No.
I didn't need any.
You didn't need any. Okay.
No.
You just like you're just a Fletcher mark.
Oh no, and also those first two matches. Anybody remember the very first when the two people locked up in the first two matches? What happened? First two matches had started the exact same way. Guys locked up, and then they step back and they let the guy drop on their face. That's how the first two matches started.
Huh.
I missed that.
I missed that too. That's interesting.
I was like, did they just do that?
That's pretty funny.
I'm like, watch the fucking show.
Ty?
Yeah, I'm pretty much in the same boat with Ollie, but I give it a 3.5. It was, I mean, solid ass work.
I just expect it though, too.
With Fletcher.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do
I'm
too.
almost like, I just know it's going to be good.
Yeah. Up next on the show was the TBS title match between Mercedes Moné, Alec Windsor. How do you say this girl's name?
Persephone,
and Bozilla. And
Love Bozilla.
dude, the stuff
dude, these girls worked their ass off.
they busted their ass.
I liked it.
Me too.
So did
You
I.
know me, I'll do everything to bury the girls, but I liked
Dude,
it.
the best thing about this match is that
They were
they
doing the right things with the big girl, too.
yes,
put
they did a bunch
Bozilla-
of like combination maneuvers. Everybody was like continuously involved. They did a lot of really good like tandem spots, and like you said, used Bozilla and like her size and strength and her character in a bunch of different like awesome ways. She
Yeah,
felt
good different stuff, too, that I haven't seen. Some
right.
Yeah.
A couple different like combination things
Yeah.
that they did,
Nice.
which was like nice. She looked vulnerable at times, looked fucking super strong at times.
I thought for a new character, they put her on the map. Now, I know she worked for the very first time in the States at Joey Janela's spring break this past
Yep.
year, and we saw her father, Herman. You worked with Herman for years at ECW.
Oh shit, that was her. That's her
Yeah.
dad.
Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah, we
his
saw
daughter,
her in
yeah.
Mania.
That's Herman's daughter?
Yes.
That oaf!
Yeah, that her. Yep. And,
All right, 2.0 is way better than 1.0.
oh wow, burying Herman, man. We talked to him at Mania, man. He was so nice, dude. And he was so proud of his daughter for working the States for the first time. And she's really making her own bones over there and starting.
Super young too, right?
So young, yeah. And the thing is too, after this match and this performance, you know that she's gonna have offers on the table from both AEW and WWE. Because I see money in her, and it's hard not to see money in her. And
My thing is, how
AEW
big is
needs
she really?
another like big powerhouse like her. Like they have big girls like Megan and Statlander and stuff like that, but somebody who's even bigger than
I
them.
agree.
You
Well,
think she's shoulder to shoulder with Jade?
no, but it doesn't matter because she carries
Probably.
herself that way.
They said she's like 6'1", so Bozilla's my height.
She carries herself that way,
If
though.
that's
I was gonna say
It's hard to tell with those other girls. They're just
Right.
so
Yeah.
small.
But
you know?
I thought she carried herself with a presence, and I think you can see money in her as a
They
performer.
hit her fatness with her outfit a little bit too.
She had a great look. I thought the whole.
Dude, her
She had
like
some
the,
rolls
the
over
mask,
here.
like she comes in the ring on, like her entrance gear was cool as shit.
Yeah, she had a good look. Like I was so impressed with her performance in this match, and the other girls too for making her performance in this match.
Alex Windsor's really good.
She is really good,
Some
man.
of the stuff they did, like, wasn't like super clean, but it still went off fine. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But like 4 women doing that stuff like all around. You know, it's hard, especially if you haven't worked that much together. It's hard for it to be like super clean. But yeah, the Bozilla chick.
She came out looking better than anybody to me, Bozilla.
Yeah.
Well, I thought Mercedes did a great job in
maybe
it
it's
too.
because it's the first time I seen her too, and I was impressed with the way they were using her. You know what I'm saying?
Give her another year or two. She's gonna.
I want her to. I heard Meltzer say this too, and I agree with him. Is that what would probably be best for her is to just stay over in Japan and work Stardom.
Yep.
Because she's going to get more reps over there than if she went to the Performance Center or if she signed an AEW. Because you're not going to get the opportunity to work. So his mind, he was like, she should stay over there.
Stay over in Japan. Do
No rush.
AEW here and there, like the Forbidden Door cards, stuff
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, stay over there for a little bit.
No rush.
What was
Yeah.
the finish? I got the finish was okay, but I can't remember what it
The
was.
finish was.
So they got lost.
Yeah,
right
there was
before
some with the
finish.
sharpshooter, and then
there was something.
Mercedes broke that up, and she cradled Persephone for the pin.
Well, if you noticed, Bozilla's in the corner giving the chick the boots, and she's waiting for somebody. And she's got the smarts to look back and go, where the hell? And she went to the outside of the ring at the Persephone chick and was like, I'm looking for you. I'm waiting for you. This, like, to be like, yo, this is Spotlight.
Okay, all right, good
You know what
job,
I'm saying?
Ty.
Like, to be like, yo, you're supposed to be up here. And then she goes back into the corner, starts giving whoever it was the boots. And that's when the Persephone chick jumps on her, and then they go right into home.
That's good shit. I would have said the ref. I would have told the ref to go there.
But in her mind,
Who
it's
cares?
like
It was great.
and she didn't make. She wasn't like,
Stays
yo,
in
like,
character.
no, yeah, she was like,
Like,
yeah,
hey,
I
it's
want
in
you.
the script. You're supposed to be an idiot.
And yeah, because she was down on the floor on the outside. I don't know what happened there. I guess they got lost or
All right.
whatever. But she had the wherewithal at like 22, 23 to like go over and be like, yeah, I want you. Like, you're net whatever. And went home.
For a match that was, kind of a thrown together four-way between a lot of people, probably don't have a ton of familiarity with each other either. I thought that this really delivered, so I'm going to go 4 stars for it. Ollie?
I'm gonna give it 3.5. It was really, really good. I think Alex Windsor and Bozilla definitely both came out of this as winners, like of the match for sure. Like from the performance, a lot of good spots in the match. Like you guys said, my favorite spot's probably the monkey flip to the powerbomb spot.
Nice
Yeah.
spot.
But I really wish instead of the girls sliding out and pulling their feet, that's kind of hard. It's hard to make clean that way. They might have been better off like doing like a drop kick at her feet, like both at the same time, and then you pull her out after the power bomb.
Yeah.
And it might look a little better because it kind of didn't hit as good as it should have. Like
That's
the
what I was
powerbomb
saying. Like a
spot,
couple
but-
of things weren't as clean as I thought they could have been.
Yeah, but
Step up
still something you
from
don't
the
see a lot,
monkey
and
flip.
all 4 people being involved
too
like,
far
in the
back.
match a lot. So yeah, it was really, really solid.
She
It
was
good.
like 4 feet ahead. The spot would have worked way better.
Okay.
She was too far back from the monkey flip.
Any other notes on the match, Hack?
Well, no, I told you on my notes, but this is an 11 to me.
Wow.
For 4 girls that aren't real familiar with it, and it's not like a tag match. This is a 4-way, which makes it way more complicated to be good. You know what I mean? I was so utterly shocked at how good it was.
Yeah. Okay.
It really was good.
No, I agree. I'm
Yeah.
kind of. We're all on the same page with this one. Ty?
I also have to say that Mercedes' entrance with the British guards carrying each one of her belts was awesome.
Great entrance.
It was
So cool.
awesome.
And she won another one the night before.
Yeah.
And that was another thing I liked.
So she's got one on her waist and then 8 guards carrying each belt down the.
I loved Brian on the call saying like, "Oh, I don't know about the strategy of wrestling the night before such a big match like this."
Yeah.
Like that was just another one of his good lines all night that he had.
Oh, yeah, that was brilliant.
But
This guy burying over here. It's a good line.
no,
man.
it was there was a lot of good tandem stuff and good spots that I had never seen before, and those girls kicked ass. So 4 for me.
Up next
Wow,
on the show.
That's a high rating for Ty.
Yeah, dude.
I don't give out 4s like freaking candy canes.
Up next, the IWGP World Title match between Zack Sabre Jr.
and Ty's favorite.
and Ty's boy Nigel McGuinness. So before the match, too, I love this where Nigel is in the park and he's playing some chess with British catch wrestling legend Johnny Saint. Hack, you ever hear the name Johnny Saint before? Oh, okay, he would have fucking tied you up in a pretzel, dude.
Yeah, he would have chetted
He would have Chris Chettied your ass. He would have Chris Chettied you, both. This was just like a technical kind of display. And, Ollie, I said to you 2 weeks ago where, like, the booking of this where it's like, okay, you got the IWGP title and it's on Zack Sabre, and I know that you're going to put him over on this show for sure, 100%. But to have him face off against your announcer who worked one match to get the title shot, is he really somebody who's deserving of an IWGP title match? And I get it. They're just doing it for the British fans, right? It's a feel-good thing. He's that generation Zack Sabre. Now you're going up against Zack Sabre. I get it. But the kayfabe of it all, to get to the match was a little convoluted, I think. But these guys just traded a ton of great holds, man. I don't even know how to, do you have any notes for this, Hack? Any call-outs?
Yeah, that it's too, I like the places that they were going, like where they started and how they ended up getting there. But it's too easy. It was too much of a dance. It's like, oh yeah, let me step my leg over here, roll down here with my head. We'll come up into some other fantastic move that nobody's ever seen before. You know what I'm saying? It was
a little showy,
yeah,
and not a lot of
It was good. It was good in the very beginning, but then once they started getting into all this chaining shit, you know what I mean? When they're doing all that, it reminded me a lot of watching Fit Finlay and Regal. That's how their match would have been 20 years ago in Europe.
I mean, that's certainly not an insult or anything. That's a great compliment to workers, but it's is it the style that you like? I feel like it's an acquired taste too. And there's that's the cool thing about wrestling is that there's a lot of different styles of wrestling, and if you're a wrestling fan, you kind of see what you like.
Guys got it though. I mean, the blonde hair guy's got it.
Sabre, yeah,
Sabre's tremendous.
Yeah, he's got it.
And Nigel had it.
The shine.
Nigel had it too, but he's not in his prime. I mean, he's only worked 3 times in 15 years or so. It's not, this isn't what he does anymore. But he's still, I think, held his own for being a retired wrestler.
Yeah, are you kidding me?
And he was in great shape.
We didn't do anything.
And he just, I mean, you're not running the ropes.
I could go in there and roll around in a circle and.
Oh, you do not
do 25 handshakes.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on, Ty. You could not do a backslide. You couldn't do a backslide.
25 is it, but that is kind of how. SNL was watching that.
It was like an NBA starting 5 lineup come out
Oh God!
What a fucking
Nigel, you're in town.
You do all your shit with each guy.
Please, Ty.
Everything you do with each one of your teammates.
Please get Ty in a pretzel, Nigel. You're in town, please. How long did this one go though?
17.
It went a little long.
It seemed longer.
But it was also a world title match, so I think maybe that there's do you think there's the mindset of if it's our world title, we have to go at least 15?
I never cared about.
But do you think New Japan might care?
You're there. You're there.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's our world title.
You go less than 15.
Right. It kind of makes the world title look less if you go less.
Well, the TNT went what, 15?
Right. So the world's got to at least go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but how much could they really do? You know what I'm saying? So it's you're not Nigel's not gonna have a fucking 25-minute. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So
and I thought at one point with Garcia on the outside they were gonna do something where he threw in the towel or turned on him.
Oh my God, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, why does he have a towel around his head? I'm like, he's gonna throw the towel. Because the way they were wrestling and shit, I thought that they could go there too.
And the ref also yelled at him at one point in the match for getting too close to the ropes.
Yeah, why did he
pushing the ropes up?
Why did he keep did he keep getting involved? What was the whole story of that?
Because he's I don't know.
The ref yelled at him 4 different times. I didn't get that at all.
I know. It's if Nigel's supposed to, if everyone's supposed to be cheering for Nigel, why are you doing heel shit during the match?
And you're in his corner. I didn't get that at all.
I really didn't know whose corner he was with. I fast forward shit, dude.
Well, yeah.
So when they came back, I fast forward until they locked the fuck up.
I was waiting for him to cause him to lose or make a heel turn or something. It just didn't make sense. And then at the end, he gets and he hugs him, and it's well, what were you just doing all that shit for? I didn't get it.
They traded a bunch of cradles, and then Zach got him in the fatal cradle for the pin.
Oh, the fatal cradle.
Yeah, I love what the leverage cradle pin there. This to me, it's perfectly fine. I'll go 3 stars for it. Ollie?
Yeah, I'm right around 3.5 for it. I mean, Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. It's definitely like a change of pace match. It's kind of hard for me not to enjoy like a Zack Sabre match. The dude is just so good and like so smooth, like with everything. And he just whips out something that you haven't seen. Like you're like, what the fuck did he just do? Like, how did he just get that dude in the pin? So he's super fun to watch, man. And I think for Nigel, I mean, he definitely held his own.
Totally.
To me, it definitely had entertaining spots in the match. So I think 3.5 is good.
Hack?
Yeah, the blonde dude's great.
Zack Sabre Jr.?
Yeah, that dude's great, dude. I could see him at a certain, on a midway, where you throwing darts at balloons. He could be one of the guys to suck you in to keep shooting that basketball in a rim where the basketball doesn't even fit, but you don't care because he keeps making you pissed off and you just keep spending money. Yeah, that guy's good, dude.
That's like one of your highest compliments too, because I've heard you give that same compliment to Chris Hamrick before, and that's also another worker I know you really respect.
Anything, dude. Doesn't matter. Anything.
What do you give it as a star?
I'm giving him an 11.
An 11.
He's only getting an 11.
He's an 11.
He's what's the GCW show we saw in Vegas? The shoot fight.
Bloodsport.
Zack Sabre Jr. was the Bloodsport. It was like half shoot fight, half wrestling. Sabre Jr. was that. The one with the no ropes that we went to. You weren't there, but Natty Neidhart did, and it was like shoot fight. It's got no ropes or whatever. But I was just letting you know that's like his style or whatever. And I love Zack Sabre Jr. But this just there was no resistance to any holds.
Yeah.
Like there was just there wasn't one spot, and I mean like that's not my like typical thing that I love, but I respect the artistry of it. But I don't know, like at least give me some resistance on a hold. Like each guy was just letting each other do whatever the hell they wanted to do to each other. Like there was no, I don't know. 1.5.
I knew you were going.
Yeah.
So one.
Up next, Queen Aminata was fighting with Tekla in the back, and then they fought their way out to the arena. Sky Blue and Julia Hart were there, and then out to make a big save, making her big comeback, was Jamie Hayter. So she got a really nice reaction there in London.
Yeah, baby.
And she's somebody to roll with, and I'm like, get her involved in the upper card of the women's division, because she's somebody I think you can have really good programs with, and I say programs for a reason, because I'll mention that later. But
I thought maybe Saraya was coming out. I kept saying Saraya, but then Ali smarted me up and was like, yeah, she's not there anymore. And I was like,
well, they give a nice little British pop in there. So, up next on the show was the AEW World Tag Team title match between the Hurt Syndicate, Bro Dito, and FTR. So, man, we've been talking about the Hurt Syndicate in this tag division in AEW for the past couple months, and a lot of stuff has come out in the sheets, and who knows what's true or not, but there's some interesting stuff where apparently they didn't want to, lose to...
Who didn't want to what?
Hurt Syndicate did not want to lose to
Bobby and Shelton.
FTR.
Okay.
And they had issues with Speedball Mike Bailey. Now, that was made fun of in a video that MVP did with Mike Bailey later. So they were mocking those reports. But there's also a lot of stuff with them that's been pushed and then dropped, which to me says creative differences or something. Because when they first came in, he was working Swerve. And then that program went nowhere.
Who was working Swerve?
Bobby was.
Yeah.
And that program went nowhere. And then you did the whole thing with MJF with no blow-off. So something's... Now, I don't know what's real or not, but something's going on with them creatively in AEW.
Where was MVP at?
He wasn't there.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know.
when they were coming out, I'm like, where the hell? I'm like, is he like bar from ringside and I didn't know?
Well, he was
or
there
something
last
like that?
night.
But
He
like,
did a run-in last night to get Ricochet back, but...
yeah, but I was just...
I don't know. He wasn't there on the show. And so then, with that information, and then you look at this match and you look at the finish... This was booked in a three-way just to get the belts off of them without doing the job. That's how I interpret this match. Is they didn't want to job the belts to FTR or Brody King and Bandito.
And they mentioned it, FTR mentioned it last night, and I saw it live. I'm like, fucking Bandito's not the legal man.
Yeah.
And he covered him. And I'm watching that live. I'm like, dude, Brody's the legal man. And you can tell in the finish because he hits the move. Bandito doesn't cover him. Then Brody goes to fucking cover him. And Bandito's already on top of him. So he just covers him anyway.
Yeah.
It was a fucked finish. And I'm like,
totally. And
like,
this match, we've talked about this before with the Hurt Syndicate. And I don't necessarily think it's the wrong way to book them is because you got to book them strong. But you don't have that strong to match their strong. You know what I mean? As an opponent. And so it's kind of like, what do you do from there? Because we've watched them in these tag title defenses on the last couple of pay-per-views, and we're like, that wasn't very good. That wasn't very good. And because they're not doing a lot of selling.
Well, isn't this like...
Look at the work rate of the guy. Sheldon can work with anybody on the planet.
Absolutely.
Well,
Bobby's weak in the work department.
Bobby can be strong at certain points, but I don't know if a tag is the best role for him.
He's a limited worker.
He is, but also if... Part of the issue with AEW sometimes in the past has been you bring in these WWE guys, and they want to do things their way, and it's their way or the highway.
You ever hear that with fucking the two guys that started the show?
What, with Cope and Christian?
Yeah, you never hear anything about those
You
guys,
don't,
do you?
but I think they're almost in a different category because they're like older and they're also almost smart to the business kind of in a different way. Like Jericho, you never heard that about him either. You know, like... But something's going on with the Hurt Syndicate and AEW. And this match, like, did they sell anything in this match? I didn't see him selling anything in this match. And the match itself was just... how long did this one go on?
16?
16?
I don't understand. Well, who the freak do they want to lose the belt then to?
That's part of my question is like,
Who's
okay...
left?
If you don't want a job to FTR, which,
Right.
okay, I don't know why you would have issues.
And
with
Brody, I don't know how you could have a problem doing a job for him.
that. Right. Brody, to me, is someone size-wise.
Right.
You could eat a
you can
loss to.
realistically lose to.
Right. Like, Shelton could job to Brody Lee or
Yeah.
Brody King, and nobody would think twice about it. I wouldn't think that would be like a...
So then to me, that's basically, if that's true, then basically they're just saying, we're not dropping the straps.
Pretty much.
Or
again,
they didn't get their way previously, so they in turn said, we're not losing to them.
I don't know what
You know what I'm
is or
saying?
what isn't true. I don't know. We don't know. These are wrestling reports, right? So what's actually true, I don't know. What I can judge with are my own eyes, and my own eyes are telling me they didn't sell much in this match. They haven't sold much in their entire run.
And didn't take the pin.
And didn't take the pin in the match that they lost the belts in.
Yeah.
So I have to make my own conclusion from that information, which would be that they didn't like some of the booking and didn't want to take a pin. So
How long are their contracts for?
I'm not sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not sure. And I
Is there a
don't
reason? Did they break up Pete and them?
know because Pete did a run in the next night. He did run in last night.
Not for them. It was for the other dude.
It was on Ricochet.
Yeah, it wasn't. It had nothing to do with.
Well, it's
Yes,
because
it did.
Ricochet's boys took out Bobby and Shelton at the pay-per-view, so MVP was getting them back for taking
Yeah,
them
was
out.
a
maybe if you
receipt
didn't
for that.
fast forward, you know.
Shut.
You not-knowing fuck.
You fast forward and fuck. This
He just hates it that I know more than him, and I can only watch 20% of it.
Ooh.
this finish though.
Yeah.
Quick on me, wasn't it?
Burn.
This finish.
Handshake.
Damn, my
Yeah,
finger
got
hurts.
me.
I gotta go get some ice.
There was a botched pin, and that was
Is that
the
what that was?
finish.
Oh, that's right. Totally botched.
Ty called it out earlier.
The other count? The
Yeah,
second count?
totally botched.
Yikes.
I thought that this was ugh.
Is that?
No,
That's
dude, I can't believe you guys aren't talking about the one spot
Which one?
where the one guy goes to the top rope and he's got Dax like this and he does the flip
yeah,
backwards. Nobody catches Dax. Dax goes right to the floor.
it was kind of short. Yeah. Nobody
dude,
was.
Dax
up,
just landed right to the floor. I
It was
couldn't
the-
believe he was up so fast.
It was the fallaway slam, right?
Yeah.
He
Watched
kind of
it a
like
couple
brushed.
times.
He kind of like brushed like right down.
Yeah, dude, what a bomb.
That was a pretty crazy spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like they tried, and I saw Brody King and Bandito have a match with the Young Bucks on Dynamite like a month or so ago. That was fucking awesome. Like I'm excited to see Brody King and Bandito as a tag team. One of the things AEW has done well is these just making guys into tag teams, whether it was Adam Page and Omega or Swerve and Keith Lee, And now with Brody King and Bandito, these makeshift tag teams have almost been better than their actual tag teams at times. And there are a lot of times the guys that have the belts. And sometimes it's like you and Scorepack. That was like a make-up tag team. You know
they
what I
have
mean?
so
Like,
many top singles talents. It's like, well, fuck, how are we going to get everybody on the card?
make them into a tag.
Yeah, right.
Like Tony and his booking has had a lot of success
Like
with
the
these.
last match of this fucking thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get everybody on the card.
Get everybody. Yeah. So like, for me, this match didn't do it though. I'm gonna go 1.5 stars for it. Ollie.
Yeah, I'll give it like 2 stars. Just kind of messy.
Yeah. Messy. Messy's a good word for this one. Hack.
3.
3. Okay. And any reason why 3, or you? Okay, just 3. Ty.
Just because there's another illegal pin, it's got to be like a 1. And I don't know why I keep. This is like the second. Was that AEW that did the illegal pin last time I caught, or was that WWE?
I can't remember.
I never
WWE.
even, I don't know. I never even paid attention to that. Well, because it
You don't
never
pay attention?
mattered ever.
Yeah.
Well, not
Like-
ECW, right?
Well,
But
didn't somebody? Well, didn't they start a show with fucking pushing the ref around last night?
yeah, because,
Yeah, because of this.
that's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
right.
Yeah, I was like, whatever.
Oh, maybe they brought it up because it was so obvious.
Yeah,
They
that's
turn
what
it
I'm
into a
thinking.
story.
Yeah.
All right, good call, Ty. All right.
Up next on the show is the AEW Unified Intercontinental, whatever you want to call it, title match between Kazuchika Okada and Swerve Strickland. How long did this one go, Ollie? Too.
16.
So all these matches are like about the same time.
I
Like,
like that they knocked some time off from the last.
instead of being 25, being like, okay, we're all gonna go. Everybody goes 7 minutes less. 7 less.
right, and that's fine.
And for me in this match, like we've talked about this with Okada a lot, is does he have that old Okada in him? I don't think so. But at the same time, it's not bad. Like, it's not... You're getting such a solid fucking match here. That, like, yes, maybe you're not reaching the levels that you did, 5 years ago with him in the ring. But the work is so solid. And to me in this, like, you're going with a guy like Swerve. Swerve's getting the knee surgery. He's having a meniscus taken care of. So the result in this kind of pretty known, I think. I didn't think for a second Swerve was going to win this one. But
Neither did I, and I didn't even know he was hurt. So
you didn't even know he was hurt?
no,
Okay.
and I still didn't think he was winning. So
I had seen reports that he was hurt too,
Yeah.
just like Ospreay. So I was like, okay. It kind of had in my mind there was going to be injury angles for both of them on this show. The work in this really super solid. I don't really have a lot of notes on this because these two guys, I mean, they just went out there and put on this match. Like, it was really simple for them.
it was funny when I was watching the match. I was really disliking all the what am I trying to say? Like the fakes of the clothesline. What's his clothesline?
The Rainmaker.
Yeah, the Rainmaker. They were setting it up, and like he wouldn't get it this time, and then they did it again, and he wouldn't get it this time, and he didn't. But when the finish happened, I loved it because it was one Rainmaker and done.
One and done.
If you're gonna tease it 3-4 times, when you hit it, that's the payoff.
That's the
of you
yeah.
hitting it, not kicking out of it 3 other times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like for me, it started off for me like, man, I keep teasing it. But as soon as he hit it the one time and that was the finish, I loved it.
It was a good finish. Like, I did like the finish a lot in it. Yeah, I mean, like, it's an Okada match, but he's kind of like...
See, I put flat again because I was expecting more again.
Well, see, now you're so desensitized.
Right,
Like, we all...
my brain's screwed up now.
Yeah.
I'm not. I gotta retrain myself.
It's like if Ospreay doesn't fucking jump off the roof, or you're like,
Yeah, it kind of is, though. But, like...
yeah, it's a shame. That,
Well, it's interesting that you said that when we started reviewing the show, and now when I'm looking back on it, I'm like... Yeah, Ty, you're really right about this with the finishes tonight with the show. So
a bunch of the finishes, yeah.
to me, this was just like
They're listening to the pod, apparently.
yeah, sure. To me, this is super solid stuff. Like I've never seen them have bad matches. These two guys, and I'm gonna go 3.5 stars for it. Post match, we had the return of Wardlow because Don Callis needs more people to manage.
Didn't I ask about him like last week?
We did talk about it a couple weeks ago. Where's Wardlow at? Yeah, no, there he's back. So
he looked bloated.
he did look well. Well, it's American Gladiators, man. Ollie, what do you give the match?
I'm gonna give it like a 3.5. I mean, really, really good match. To Ty's point, I do love the finish. It was definitely a great finish. I mean, match is kind of like limited a little bit because half your crowd kind of knows Swerve is hurt, and like the way like they're working the knee in the match, like you're not just gonna go like you're full like balls to the wall like we normally could get from these guys. Like they definitely have another level of a match that I think they could go, but for what the match was, yeah, I mean 3.5.
Hack?
I'm done with people getting pile driven on the steps.
Oh, dude, great call out. Yes.
I'm done.
We
with
see
that
it too
spot,
much.
dude.
We've seen it too
a couple
much.
times in the show. I liked it when they were doing the spots in the middle of the ring, and what's his name? Okada always held his wrist when they're both even down, laying in the
Yeah.
That's an
He just
Okada
had him
standard.
going. Yeah,
Loves that.
That's good stuff.
Something
wrist-
Daniel
Like you always know where he is.
Wrist
You know,
control.
your eyes can be closed, and yeah, and then the flat finish.
What do you give it, though, as a match?
Oh, dude, 4 easy.
4 easy. Ty?
I like him missing those side kicks. You know the one that Swerve missing those kicks that he usually hits. He missed that twice. I don't like him missing it twice, but that was nice too.
No, yeah, but that's kind of like his like semi-finish. So it's
Yeah.
like Okada's ducking his, and Swerve's, ducking the Rainmaker. So I like the setup of it.
Yeah, I'm sure
really like
that's
the
exactly
finish.
how they were playing it.
And
Right.
I love the other thing, too, is now, so Swerve, when he comes back, you got a built-in program for him with Wardlow. You got a second program for him with Okada. And Okada, you could tell long-term, they're teasing the Takeshita face turn being
Yeah, like how
Okada.
many angles are going on here right now?
Well, but
That's
it's-
what I'm thinking in my head.
Well, you got a lot of like current, and then like if you see like long vision, the long term is Takeshita and Okada.
Yeah.
That's the long term. Like whether it's all in next year or I don't know when, but you can tell that's the long term direction for Okada. And how they get there, I don't know. And when but you
Well,
can
they
just-
hated Nana running the guy off with whatever, like
the pipe. The
lead
pipe.
that
But he
had
got
or
laid
whatever.
out after. He got laid out.
Yeah, I know, but I just
Okay. Ty, what do you give it?
4.
4? All right.
that'd be a tie on the same. We're never the same.
Up next on the show was the AEW Women's World Title match between Timeless Toni Storm and Athena. And, I didn't not like this match. I thought it was solid. But I think one of the issues with Toni, and I said it earlier, is the word program. I think Toni benefits from having a program versus her just pay-per-view matches or matches. Like when she's in a program, she gives it her all, and her matches go up another level. And it almost does a disservice for the first time for her and Athena to be working in AEW for it to just be like a kind of like a one-off. I wish that this was like an extended program, and maybe it will be. But
Yeah, what a pop she got.
she got a huge reaction.
What a
Man.
pop,
I mean, she's a
dude.
star. She's an absolute star.
Yeah, but I understand exactly what you're saying. The other girl, I'm like,
Well, no, Athena's really good
I
too,
don't
and
care, but I'm like,
I-
why? What,
I thought Athena was awesome in this match.
yeah, I thought she was great in it too. And like, it's not that the match was bad or anything to me. It just kind of was like a little flat to me because like the result for me was again like foregone conclusion, and the work in
I got
it.
to finish stunk. I can't remember why, but
Was Tony choking her out?
Yeah. It's the finish. He didn't like it, but this match for like, I don't know if my expectations were too high going into it, but it kind of just was like, I had a vision of a match that this wasn't it. The work in it was fine, like you said, Ty. I thought Athena, she brought it for this. Like, this is my chance here to really show out.
I thought everything she just after every move playing to the crowd, her facials, her talking, the maneuvers, everything I thought she was awesome. She like A+ game. I thought she brought.
Yeah. You could tell too the crowd was getting a little at this point now. They're probably like 4 hours into the show, and they're a little burnt out, and the crowd wasn't as hyped for this as I thought they would be. Athena had a really nice tope on the floor, and then back in the ring, Tony hit a Storm Zero. They went onto the apron, and then Billy had the apron, which like caught Tony and used it to trip her up. and then Athena hit the O-face on the apron, which is a really, really nice spot. And then you had Mina Shirakawa run off and chase out Billy, and then Tony hit the big package on Athena. Tony then hooked her in the chicken wing.
Was that the spinning coochie, whatever the hell that was?
The spinning coochie?
I thought that was
What the fuck?
They called it the spinning something she hit during the match.
Is that drunk sex? The spinning coochie?
Yeah, it's a spinning coochie there.
Where was Luther?
Luther, I think, has been hurt or something. He has been around a while.
How's it?
Everybody was missing the ringside.
I know.
Yeah, this the finish was the chicken wing. How long did this one go, Ollie?
15.
15. Okay. For me, this is perfectly fine. Again, didn't get to like any great levels. I think that they do have a great match in them between these two, so I'm gonna go 3 stars for it. Ollie?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3. It was solid. Definitely have a better one in them, and I don't think it's the last time that we see like those two facing off. Because, like you said, Tony definitely benefits probably from a program more. And if you're gonna push Athena, and she had the Ring of Honor Championship, well, has still for, I don't know, they were saying like 1,000 days or something. So I don't think you're giving her this push just to give her a one-off with Tony.
Yeah, I would love to see. You got to do an angle from here now to get something going for a program. But
Sure.
Hack, what do you get?
I think it was easily the worst match I've seen Tony have.
Really?
Yeah.
So, do you have a star?
And
Or?
the other girl, I don't know. The other girl doesn't do anything for me. It was all for like who for what?
So, a star for it, or
Zero.
no way, 0.
Yeah,
That was not.
disappointed.
I'm telling Tony.
I
I'm
liked her
telling.
makeup and her outfit more than this match.
It was not a 0 though. Hack.
It's a 0.
I disagree, but Ty.
Expect more from Tony.
Tony, and it's funny because like Tony had 0 offense in this whole entire match.
Nothing really.
Yeah, but just for Athena, I thought Athena was awesome. I'll give it a 3.
Up next on the show was the AEW World Title match between Hangman Adam Page and MJF.
Great robe though, MJF.
Great robe, awesome robe. He really—that's like something out of the '70s, man.
Yeah, totally.
It's fucking great. You know, for this one, they worked it like they knew they were going long, and they went long. And they had a pace for, again, world title. Do you think there's something where they're like, our world title's got to go? We got to
This was
go.
like an hour and a half longer.
Nah, how long did this one go, Ali? 30?
31.
31.
Seemed longer.
To me, I think part of my, like, when MJF does certain matches, I wish that he would remove the spot where he does the near falls. He has it in every one of his matches. Not everyone, but in a lot of his matches where he does where the refs, quick counting 2, reversal, quick counting 2, then he does a backslide, this turns into that, and it all builds up to him picking him up, usually for, they bridge, and he lifts him up for something, and Paige got him with the what's that move, the Deadeye, off of that. And it's like, I don't need to see that every single time. I know you can do those near falls. To me, it was kind of like...
But you want to see the 5-knuckle shuffle every time.
No. Well, I mean, that's a standard. I mean, that's the repertoire. But
not everybody's going to have the 5-knuckle shuffle. Some guys got to have standards.
You know the match is too long when you can't even see their blood at the end of it anymore.
Oh, that's a good point. I mean, MJF had some great color in this at one point.
Yeah, but at the end, you didn't barely even know
It was a nice in-ring gig, too.
I've seen them.
MJF.
I was like, whoa, where the fuck that come from? I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, I know.
Their previous pay-per-view match, I thought, was way better than this, and it was also crisper. It was probably about 10 minutes less or so. And I feel like they almost were going for a finish that, like, how do we write ourselves out of this? And I didn't like the finish at all in this. I like the work.
They're going for the buckshot.
Well, no, I was fine with going for the buckshot, but I hated the fucking foot on the ropes, but you count it, and then the ref dies.
Just the positioning, you saw how obvious
That was stupid.
And then Briscoe comes out, and the match keeps going. Like,
That was
like,
stupid.
why?
Yeah, that was stupid.
I fucking hate that shit. I hated that. And it's, to me, it's like,
I thought everything else but that was fine.
me too. That's what turned me off almost.
And you never come out with the guy stopping you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Why did they do that?
Well, any ninja punched 4 security guards, but then let 2 guys push him into the back and didn't punch them for no reason.
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah, it was just,
Good point.
it was just convoluted. I really just didn't care for that.
And you left the funny thing is Bryce Remsburg, who's the ref hack or whatever, catches the shoe, catches MJ with the diamond ring, whatever like that, and then Hangman hits him with the fucking contract, and the contract's sitting right at his feet right before he's doing the buckshot, but the ref doesn't see the contract laying there.
Good
You gotta
point.
get rid of the fucking you gotta
Kick it out of the ring.
Yeah, get rid
Hide
of
the evidence. Hide
Yeah.
the evidence. Get it out.
So you had the ref be super intent on catching everything that the heel did, but didn't catch the baby in it when the evidence is laying right at his feet.
Yeah, that's a good point. The finish was Page finally hit him with the contract and then the Deadeye and the buckshot. Didn't really love that finish. I just thought whatever on that, and I guess MJF from here, I don't know where they're going to go. Tony did announce too that they've changed their rules for the contract, so instead of it being like a Money in the Bank thing, you have to announce it, and then it's 1 week later from the night that you announce it.
Yeah, well, they said he won. He
I like
didn't. It wasn't a contract match. It was just they made it.
Right.
Whatever, so yeah.
So I like that. For a match though, I'm going to go 4 stars for it. Ollie?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it like 3 3/4, just because I didn't really like the finish that much, but everything else was pretty fucking good.
Yeah. No, everything else is, dude, they did a lot of really nice stuff. I love the trading of the tombstones and
Yeah, Hangman's the man, Gunky.
yeah. Well, we don't want to get to Gunky on that one. He's a mark. Hack.
I'm right with Gunky. I don't know. I'm tired of seeing him.
You're tired of seeing him. He just got the belt back after years. And you're tired. You're tired of seeing him already.
Yeah.
Why is it that you're tired of seeing him?
I don't know. Well, you know why? Because it's finally the guy's been around since I was in TNA.
He's not. You've done this before.
Yes, he
We
has.
eat
No,
not
he
the same
hasn't.
guy. He's not
the
James
same
Storm.
dude.
You have made that same wrong mistake prior. You think that Hangman Adam Page is James
All right.
Storm?
I don't know.
He never teamed with Chris Harris.
This is fucking unreal.
He never teamed with Bobby.
The guy's
Roode.
been fucking following me around since TNA. I can't get rid of him.
So you hate him? You hate him because you think he's James Storm?
No, I loved it.
Huh?
What do you want me to say?
But you think he's James Storm?
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. I'm not even asking for a star rating after that. What?
Now that dude was back there at TNA.
No, he was. He
How
never
old
worked
is he? How old
TNA.
is he?
Hangman Page, I want to say, is like 32. Yeah.
Yeah, James
He's
Storm's
been
like
around
50.
forever, though, hasn't he?
No.
No, 30.
For about 30 years.
34.
He's
How long has he
34.
been wrestling?
He's probably been in the business like 15 years.
Okay, all right, that's significant.
He never had a TNA run.
Well, there was some company.
You never worked with him. He would
Why
have
can't
made.
you just accept you're wrong?
He would have made the
My brain
hack.
doesn't see
He
that.
debuted in 08.
You know,
Yeah, with me.
with you in 08. Hey, kid.
He was your tag team partner.
You're
See WWE.
You're gonna be
ECW
big
winners.
someday, kid. Trust me. What do you give the match?
What match are we talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
James Storm versus MJF.
James Storm and Chris Harris taking on the Naturals.
I really liked fucking all of it. I thought the storyline was fucking great, and it was paced really well. There was no like down parts. There was no fucking everything. The story they told was great. I just hated the foot and the little intricacies of the finish or whatever. But I'll give it a 4.
Yeah. Up next was the lights out cage match between the Death Riders and the Young Bucks. Death Riders also had Gabe Kidd with them and taking on Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi, Darby Allin, and Tanahashi.
Do you like this being the main?
I was just going to ask you guys how you felt about this being the main. I mean,
It has to be.
well, because of the plunder and everything, you almost have to make it the main. But then it's like your world title should be the main most times, I feel.
What are you going to follow? You going to follow that up with the Hurt Syndicate? Or what are you going to follow that match with?
I understand.
Hangman and MJF.
But you
No,
also,
but it's like after they've seen all this going through tables and
Off
whatever,
the top
like,
of that cage.
are they really going to
tag
appreciate
tables.
the MJF and Hangman?
No, I
which-
agree. I would have put
it's-
it last.
Yeah, it's just tough.
you also
Especially after 5 hours, also it helps.
Right, just
Having
end them
all
like,
that.
yeah, fucking, we don't really
Yeah,
have to
big
pay
circus,
attention. Like, yeah.
just go at it, boys. Just show some
Yeah.
big spots.
But you also end the show on a. People are walking out of that building on a down with the finish of everything.
What do you mean?
With Ospreay getting laid out and the total. It ended with like a heel flat like finish. People walking out of the building.
I thought they were happy because the dude was retired.
Didn't they? I don't know.
Ospreay gets laid out to end everything, and they pull up the cage, and the show ends, and that's how you go home.
Oh, I don't know. It ended with Ospreay putting his hands up.
Oh, wow, you didn't see the post-match?
No.
Oh, wow, you guys didn't see... Oh, so the post-match, the Death Riders...
Yeah, after Ospreay was like holding his hands up and thanking everybody, and his music went off.
Oh,
like,
my...
I didn't
That was
oh,
like,
wow,
thank you for your purchase or whatever.
Oh,
I
my
was
God.
Like, oh.
They cut it off for you guys. So Ospreay celebrating and everything, and then they all ran in and just fucking laid him out.
Who?
The Death Riders.
Oh, okay.
And they beat the shit out of him.
Where was all the other dudes that were with them?
They had left the cage.
Oh, and why? Because isn't he from Australia or something? Is he from England?
He's from England.
He is?
Yes, he's from England.
So
Ollie's
they
just-
all left him in there.
They left him. The babyface were celebrating a little
And
bit,
it's
but
funny,
he got the
they
shine.
wouldn't even go in. You saw the one ref like telling everybody like, "Yo, let Ospreay by himself."
Right.
Like getting even Tanahashi. The ref was like, "Nah, dude, don't go back in there."
Well, it was for the angle.
Right.
So then they lay him out. Mox hits the stomp with the chair on them. They leave him laying, and some babies tried to run in, like Samoa Joe and Hobbs and people like that,
Oh, gotcha.
and they couldn't get in the cage.
Well, it's like, yeah, if you're leaving to have neck surgery, we're really gonna make you have neck surgery. You know what I'm saying? Like,
which
not
makes
just,
sense.
Yeah.
I can't believe he did as much as he did, where he is going into surgery.
Dude, with that freaking off the top of the cage? Dude, that's a hell of a spot.
I know, and he's going in to have surgery. Like, the fact that he worked this match, and I know he didn't do like a ton of shit that I've seen him do before that's insane, but like he did still take a lot of crazy bumps in this match for a guy going in and getting neck surgery or back surgery or whatever he's having. Like, I'm like,
I hope it's not back surgery.
you think
Never
neck?
had one.
You think neck is better than back?
Yeah, not a guy. Yeah, and back guys, it's always even just regular human beings. You never just have one back surgery.
I've heard that before.
You just don't.
So, I mean, look, I hope for the best for Ospreay because, you know, I feel like his career is just getting to the next level.
Seriously?
Well, you could see it.
What other level is there?
Well, I mean, he hasn't even been world champion yet here in America. That's what I mean. Like, he's never had his title run. I know he's
He's got to go to Vince then.
Why? He could get a title run in AEW.
Doesn't mean AEW doesn't mean the same thing.
I think he's plenty happy in AEW.
He signed here over WWE.
He did pick them over WWE, and
Well, I don't blame him for that. But after you're in AEW for a couple years, I don't know.
everybody.
Well, why doesn't he have the strap there then?
I
He's
think
had
they,
a couple different ones.
I think they were waiting for All In Wembley next year, so we'll see if he's back in time for that. I kind of feel like that's why they delayed it, and you know. And it's almost a blessing in disguise because if you did strap him up at All In and then he had to get the neck surgery, you'd be looking at a vacant title or, you know what I mean? Something like that. But this match, you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
This match is just a fucking cluster. I love the Young Bucks coming out. They gave them their music back and then they came out to Mbop, which they used to come out to on the Indies at some point, which is really funny.
And the Gummy Bears.
The Gummy Bear spot was great. I marked up.
I don't know. I popped huge for it.
Dude, when they went for, I'm like, man, they're kind of going for the tax early, and then they drop Gummy Bears, and I'm like, oh, that's fucking good.
And I love Tanahashi hitting like the bulldog into them too. It was just the sell from him was great. Like it was really, really good stuff. That was really awesome.
It's funny that all of us love those things.
Yeah, why couldn't you?
Oh, dude, as soon as the Gummy Bears came out, I'm like, oh, they gotta be going in somebody's mouth.
Oh,
and
they
then
did the
Ken
mouth
Wade
spot.
was like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, where'd they fucking fit
And
this
then
one
the
in?
hit, the spit out of them, that's good shit.
That was so good.
People are going to start doing other shit with that, instead of tax.
And even like the drop toe hold on, and he's like, and the crowd's like, like the crowd being all in on it. So good.
Was a great sell.
Yeah, and like this match felt like, you know, Tanahashi being in this was so weird because he is.
Dude, he's throwing puck. He's like, he's just going
they're
out
all
on
trying
a
to
bump their ass off
Yeah,
for
yeah.
him, like, you know,
because he's a legend. I mean, he's
like,
God.
this is
But
hilarious.
it's like him being involved in a
I
lights
wouldn't
out.
have put him over.
Oh, you wouldn't have put him over.
Oh,
You're
he was
right.
he
You'd
was
be like,
asleep.
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
He was asleep for like 15 minutes on the ground, and they'd be like, "Yo, Tane, you're up."
At this point in his career, and I know he's on his, he's wrapping up, right? And it's like watching him run, it like makes my knees hurt. Like I'm like, it's like, dude.
When they were pointing to him for like the finish, like to get up for the splash, they were like, "Yo," and he's like,
and he had to climb up to do the high fly flow. I was like, no, don't make him do it. Can't somebody else do a finishing maneuver?
But that's like his last like big hurrah, the frog splash for the finish.
Them pulling him off the ladder was great too. They're like, no.
Yeah, that was a great spot. The finish was cool too. I mean, like, dude, the bump that Darby and Gabe Kidd took on the outside through the tables.
Easy peasy.
You think easy peasy? I felt that was
for Darby, dude. The bump he took with Claudio last night's way worse.
The Spike Dudley Bam Bam bump, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
That was an easy because it could have been hard if his head's if he's upside down, and the cage was very forgiving. Just saying that. We
were talking about the table, the next one.
Did you see last night, Hack? Where
that table spot. Oh shit!
Oh my god!
If you come up short, you could like be split in half.
I know, it's fucking, dude. He's fucking nuts. How about Mox with the fucking fork in the ear spot?
I know, but you know it's all him. Like Claudio's not like, let me press throw you into the announce table.
No,
like, Darby's like, yo, I want to do this.
Yeah,
he's like, dude, yeah. Like, which
you
is
come up with those big spots. The other guys don't come up with spots to throw you in the fucking.
You don't. Well, yeah, you don't think Darby knew he was? I know they did it the night before or in England or whatever, but you don't think he fucking knew he was in the ECW arena and seen Spike Dudley get tossed in the crowd? You know, he was definitely like,
yeah, it's an homage.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's just a fucking.
Cage was big, dude. I'm seeing the cage. I'm like, that thing's too big to go down there. I'm like, where are they?
I liked it like that.
I liked it like that too. And at first, when they announced this match,
it was much better for the wrestlers because you can play outside.
Yeah, do it right.
You know?
Yeah.
When they first announced this match, I was like, how the fuck are they going to have 10 guys in a cage? Tanahashi, Ibushi, Omega are like washed up. How are they going to do this?
I was kind of wondering that, but then I kind of figured they had to make it like some sort of Hell in a Cell like kind of structure.
Yeah, and it was even like kind of bigger than like a Hell in a Cell.
And then as soon as they opened the show and I saw like the cage and the size of it, I was like, oh, they definitely have like less space around the ring for that.
Yeah, it was like a War Games cage kind of.
But it was better because the War Games cage cuts you off and doesn't give you the floor.
Yeah.
This gave you the floor like Hack said to play with like a Hell in a Cell.
Which was awesome. Yeah, which was awesome. And it was perfect. And I think it's better visually for the fans.
Places to hide.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah, you would have been in the corner the whole time.
I know,
I'd have done like 3 good spots.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Now, if I was out, you better believe I'd be hitting my pen while I was selling outside the ring. I'd be like Bob Backlund back in the day when he used to get blood. He used to crawl underneath the ring.
You would crawl under for your pen.
Like,
somebody would be like, "What? Do I smell tinfoil burning on here?"
That's one false finish.
Yo, I left my titty down there. Can you bring it back after your match?
Yo, Fonzie, want to hit?
I thought that this was fun, plundery, brawly shit, but it was like kind of like a little too long. You know, like there was nothing bad in this or anything, but like to me, it's kind of like.
It was one of the more entertaining one of those kind of things that they've done.
I agree, and it didn't like the finish itself.
It was like 10 minutes too long.
It was a little too long.
32.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
32.
Yeah. You could have
The Young Bucks
22.
did like 28 minutes of it.
The Young Bucks are so good. I mean, my God.
They literally did every
They are just so good. I mean, like, you can put them in any situation, man. It's like, it's just, they're going to deliver, man. They really are.
Yeah, they're awesome.
And then Claudio, and like everything in this match, man. Really, really.
Claudio's great, too.
He's so good.
I remember remember he had a big push back, like when I first started watching again. But I don't know what the hell happened to him.
I don't know if they just don't see him as a top guy for whatever reason, and he is a little bit older now. He's into his 40s, so I don't know if like
the swing's great.
Swing's fucking awesome, dude. When he came out last night with Darby, when he was bashing him on the barricades and stuff, how that match, like, I love Claudio. This match, though, I'm gonna go 4 stars for it. Ollie,
I'm gonna give it like a 3. I mean, it was a fun, like, entertaining match, and you got your work in, like, with the in-ring sequences with everybody, and everybody hitting spots. I mean, timing was really good for a lot of it, and you had your crazy high spots for Darby, so, yeah, 3.
Hack?
I think it's a 4, dude, because a lot can go wrong in a match like that.
Yeah.
Really a lot can.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit going on.
A lot of shit. Ty?
I will go 3.
Awesome. So that was AEW Forbidden Door 2025. I thought it was a good show. Kind of a...
It just ended, by the way.
Yeah, it just ended. It was a little bit below what I would call like their usual pay-per-views, but also in some ways I enjoyed it more than in some spots. So
Funny thing is like I thought some of their pay-per-views had like less good match. Like it was more like it was either bottom and like top. I felt like everything here. Like I didn't watch any of those matches and was like,
match of the year.
That's bad, or
that was terrible.
Bad.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I felt like everybody kind of
That's
like it was
how I
like
felt. It was just straight consistent,
like solid, like throughout the whole thing. Like
Right.
I didn't really dislike anything, but I didn't like love anything.
Right. There was nothing that like, oh my god, you got to see this match. Like,
Right.
But solid pay-per-view. Next week on the show, we are going to be recapping WWE Clash in Paris 2025.
Is that this weekend?
Yeah. It's, it'll be out when this comes out. So.
Oh darn! The one girl's pregnant. She's not going to be able to.
Naomi.
What are they replacing her with?
I don't know. Not really sure what
They
they're
don't
doing
have a
there.
replacement for that.
No, I don't know what they're doing.
Oh, they're going to have a tournament or something.
They're probably
right?
going to have a tournament.
Something like
yeah.
that, probably.
Yeah, that's right.
Make sure to check out our YouTube page for reactions. This companion content with Gunky and Hack is getting a lot of good feedback. But you know what's not getting a lot of good feedback is the Gunk going to
Wearing
wrestling.
the proper equipment.
He's going to wrestling again, and he's caught in wrestling once again without a Hack shirt. And his excuse this week for not having a Hack shirt on was that his Hack shirt was just out of the wash and not yet dried. Gunk, do you have any comments about this, bud?
Well, maybe if these guys hooked me up with another Sandman shirt. Wow! I'm only working with one. See how they treat their employees over here? Wow! I'm working with one measly Sandman shirt.
Wow.
I'm working
Fair
with one
play,
measly Sandman shirt over here.
Fair
They got a
play.
whole closet full of them probably upstairs.
Not that shirt's the best one ever that I've ever
The
had.
suplex
Love that
collab,
shirt.
the red and white all
That's the
over
one the
print.
guys made in Philly, right?
Yeah.
That's a great shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I need more Hack gear.
So
I want that old. I want the one that's your favorite, the old WWE ECW one of your silhouette.
because we ain't got them. Or Dreamer. Who knows?
Dreamer has one. All right.
Well, to Gung's credit, after he did not show up,
Put him over.
I'm gonna say
Oh Jesus.
he was interviewed at the AEW show at ECW Arena.
He was, yes, by Muscle Man, Muscle Man Malcolm, who asks the Waffle House question.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's what, a wrestling pod guy?
He's a wrestling content creator, right?
Yeah.
Right, Gunk?
Yeah. And he asked, you know what he asked me? He asked me who my favorite ECW champion was, and you know who I said?
Raven.
No, I said Hack. Good old Hack.
He said the
And then I
Sandman?
said, listen to the Sandman
He's had that in his
podcast.
back pocket to save his ass off the fucking.
Yeah, I knew I had to do something.
He's out the doghouse.
He never would have said. He would have said RVD 100% if he didn't give
I
him
know
the
he
hate for the
loves
T-shirt.
RVD.
Yeah, he does love RVD. That's
you didn't
But he's
give
not
him,
my favorite ECW champion. He was barely even ECW champion.
okay.
Oh,
Gunk.
I don't think he's. Oh, he's never been.
You were a 5-time ECW champion. He was only ECW champion in WWE.
All right, there you go. Okay, all
Maybe
right.
had to strip.
mine's
pussy
Johnny
out.
Morrison.
Johnny Morrison.
Matt Hardy.
Mine's Chavo. Yeah. Listener questions, as always, send in to sandmanpod@gmail.com. Please leave a name and a town. That's all that Hack ever asks for. Jason from Newfoundland on the east coast of Canada writes in.
Nice.
Just got into this pod, only up to the Seinfeld episode. Loving it so far. 5 stars. And he also sent us in a picture of his office, and he said, been a fan from around 98. When I first watched an ECW show on Spike TV, I think. I don't think ECW was on Spike TV. Maybe it was in Canada. I don't know. Enter Sandman started. I said to my wife, this is the greatest goddamn entrance ever, so shout out.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks for
Appreciate
listening,
it,
He's an
man.
Inuit. We want to know if you're an Inuit, so write us back.
Okay, let us know. Jesse from St. Paul, Minnesota writes in, what's up, Hack and the Ehaculators? What are your thoughts on Johan Duran so far with the Phillies? We miss his energy with the Twins, but our owners are stingier than the Endeavor Company. I mean, I like him. I think, he's been... You just got that, Hack? Wow. I like him. I mean, look, it was a great move by them. We needed a closer, obviously. So hopefully, I mean, Jesus Christ, the Mets just beat up on us the last couple nights, man. I mean, he got beat up too, and just awful series by the Phillies, man. You're up 7 going into the series. You're thinking maybe you could stretch this to 8, 9, maybe 10, and now next thing you know, we're right back down to 4. So
yeah, he's treated us well. I mean,
I think he's been really good.
Got a couple blown saves, but he's a lot better than anything we had previously.
Jeez,
so
could you imagine if Romano? God, jeez, thank God he's
No,
in the
I
IL,
can't.
right? Any thoughts on him, Hack?
Yeah, thank God we have him.
Do you like his entrance? You a fan of his entrance? Yeah. He also asked, this listener writes this. This is so funny that this happened, too. Hack, what is your favorite Hangman James Storm match?
We're back in TNA.
You don't even have one. No. But that's so funny because that's a guy who obviously listens to the show and knows that you mix up those two.
It's actually hilarious that we just said the
Literally just happened about 10
I'm
minutes
putting
ago.
a block on your ass after that.
Not Jesse. Not Jesse.
I would know how.
Jesus Christ. And he said, lastly, what is everyone's favorite year of ECW?
I'd have to go back and really see what's what.
The exact time frame that the Sandman left.
Wow, so 98 into 99.
Yep.
Those
The
were
company
definitely,
was thriving.
it was definitely the
11 months ever for them.
Show took a big turn for the better.
locker room was so happy. it was a prosperous time. It's the only time Paulie made money, too. Everyone got their checks on time. There was a plethora of drugs and alcohol in the locker room, too.
Yeah, smoke-free zone.
Smoke-free. Nobody had to deal with the secondhand smoke. It was a really great time. Thanks for writing in, Jesse. Heart Attack Rick writes in,
Ricky, let's hear this one.
what's up to the lover of cocktail nuts? Well.
Who loves cocktail nuts?
You, last week, admitted you liked nuts. You said, I
Oh,
love
nuts
nuts.
are the best, dude.
Yeah.
Love nuts.
Yeah, we know.
We know.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I called that one a mile away, and now you fuckers have proof. They don't call him the Great Hackalicious for nothing. Just ask Todd. I guess that's... You're popping a big, man. I guess that's how Hack got his job in the first place, and definitely explains that stupid-ass surfboard gimmick because he needed a way to swim out of all the man juice he was swimming in.
Wow!
P.S. Heel gunk. Wow.
What the fuck? Where do you come
Let's
up with
go,
this shit,
Rick.
Rick? Let's
Yeah,
go,
all
Rick.
right.
Let's go, Rick. Let's
Hack
go,
is
Rick.
cheering for you too,
That
Rick.
was great.
Oh, that's funny.
Always on fire, Rick.
Sam from Newcastle, England writes in, what's up, Hackman's Hermits? Sam here. Hope you're all keeping it as tight as Hack's waistband. Yo, he's lost a little bit of weight. I want to say he's been looking good. You've been looking good, boss. You got to understand something, Hack. I absolutely had to know what happened at the gathering of the Juggalos. So stop trying to incite further listener-on-listener violence. Enough is enough. Also, I never thought I'd hear the hardcore icon fangirling over JBL and a cupcake. Loser. He's coming at you, this guy.
Over JBL.
No, because you were like, JBL was there?
Yeah, you
at,
did.
At the gathering of the Juggalos. You
You
couldn't
did mark
believe
out
that he
for
was
him.
there.
That's right. I was
I
like,
must have paid him a shitload.
He said, I recently watched the July 28th, 2000 episode of ECW on TNN, where Hack delivered a spear to Rhino through a table that can only be compared with someone's grandma wanting attention at Christmas by diving down a flight of stairs. My question for Hack, based on that episode,
There's a question.
Oh, it was the worst spear I've ever seen.
is based on that episode, do you think John Cena stole his jorts and pumps look from you? And if so, does that make you the original doctor of thugonomics?
Probably.
Probably, yeah. I'm now caught up on every episode, and I'm pretty sure I have collapsed lungs from laughing at the Simon Diamond weight debate. Keep up the great work.
Can't believe we still hear about that. That's awesome.
Best wrestling pod by a
Guys
long
are going
shot.
through the library.
P.S. Gunky gets great tickets because he's Adam Pearce's bitch. Wow. Steve Carino, wow. These are shoot emails, man.
Dude, another great email,
Another
dude.
great
Listeners
shit,
are
man.
bringing it.
Dude, they're bringing it. Eric from Poughkeepsie writes in,
All right, Poughkeepsie.
hello, Hack, and good day, Gene Hackman and the rest of the Nutty Buddies. After listening to the most recent episode...
Dude, Nutty Buddies are the greatest thing ever in prison.
Yeah, we know.
after
Is that what they call it in prison?
Hold on. Hold on here. Hold on. I gotta
He
keep...
wants another Nutty Buddy. That was the captain of
Oh,
myself.
yeah, it's my nutty buddy.
After listening to the most recent episode and the discussion of getting some top versus watching a match made me wonder something. My question to Hack is this. If you were given the choice of getting some quality top, watching an absolute banger of a match, or a bottomless bowl of ice cream, of your favorite ice cream, which would it be?
Ice cream.
You'd,
First of all, do you know what top
You're
is?
taking ice cream over a blowjob?
if you're getting topped off watching like
Can I get the
Osprey...
blowjob and have the ice cream at the same
No,
time?
they're
While
not.
watching
No,
my
no, no.
favorite match?
They're
What are
exclusive.
you,
No, 'cause
Caligula?
the ice cream's gonna last way longer. I can jerk off after the ice cream.
Is that what goes down in prison?
You're just taking the ice cream.
Ice cream with a
And I'll
blowjob?
pleasure myself at will.
Okay. Keep up the great work because you make dealing with PA traffic a little easier each time you're on.
Yeah,
Oh, thanks,
nothing
man.
yet, dude. Summer's over.
Ian from the Canary Islands writes in.
All right, Canary Islands.
Tweet,
Any
tweet.
idiots know where they are?
Question for
Bahamas?
your
They're
stepdad.
far away. They're right off of Africa.
Question for your stepdad. Hack, you spoke on a former pod about your ex-wife throwing away your juice. Without throwing anyone under the bus, can you tell us about your juicing habits? What were you on? How much? Where did you get it? What it cost?
It was 8,000 years ago. I was doing like I had to draw to get you real strong. I mean that shit was like we took my bench press from 225 pounds to 275 pounds in like 2 weeks. And you take that and you take the growth to make your muscles bigger and some Anadrol and some test.
Okay, and you have no idea what this cost? Okay. But you
It was
were...
expensive.
And
was
you're not snitching.
No, yeah, you're not... He's not giving up
I
a
mean,
plug.
the growth was
Yeah.
expensive, dude, back then. Wow, real expensive.
But you're going in a locker room with Scott Norton and Stevie Ray, so you got to get
Buck
on that
Bagwell.
growth. Yeah, you got to get on that growth.
And knobs.
Yeah, and now...
He still beat the shit out of me. I couldn't imagine if I didn't put on all that muscle what he would have done to me.
That's what I'm saying. You had to musk up.
Drummy from Bryan Street Tavern
Drummy.
writes in. Yep, we finally made it, boys. Happy Thong Thursday and football season.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I'm pretty hyped for my Yukon Huskies this year. Could sneak into the playoffs this year. What?
The football playoffs?
Drummy, playoffs?
Be
Yeah.
lucky if you win a game.
Drummy, you
I was
gotta...
talking basketball.
He's a little drunk. I mean, he's at the tavern when he's writing us in here, so I don't know.
That's true. Gino Orieme walking through that door.
Yeah, there you go. There have been many sporting athletes that have tried their hand in the ring. In your opinion, out of all of them, who was the best in the ring and what was your favorite match? I just cleared my tab for football season. Hope to see you guys up at the tavern for a Thong Thursday and a football game soon.
What's that? Somebody from another. You guys.
From a sport.
So an athlete that got in the ring. I got my guess. So go, Al, you go.
Oh, Kurt Angle.
Okay. Well, that's almost cheating at saying, but it counts.
I guess,
No, it
I
counts.
guess
He's an
so.
athlete.
I mean,
He's
if he's
fucking
thinking
young.
more football, I mean,
He said athlete, so that
I mean,
counts.
everyone who's a football, I mean, is kind of like a failed football player that goes to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is he just,
Michael.
like, is he just talking about just best like physical athlete?
mine.
Like,
I don't know. He wants athlete to go into wrestling.
I'm Kurt Angle to me.
I kind of think he means like celebrity kind of thing, but I don't know.
I would just
tough.
go Brock, but
Brock. Hack, who do you got?
I was on the wrong track. I was going to say Jay Leno.
That's your answer.
No, it's just somebody else. You said that's not a worker.
Gunk, who do you got?
Ooh, yeah, dig it.
Macho Man was on the Reds.
Okay, so Macho
I
Man.
don't
Yeah, he was a
Baseball
baseball player.
I'm going to interpret this question as Drummy was asking like a celebrity.
Karl Malone.
No, better than Karl Malone.
Rodman?
Better than Rodman. better than LT.
Jose Canseco?
Have you ever watched?
I was gonna say Logan, but I didn't know he played a sport.
Have you ever watched D'Angelo Williams wrestle in
Oh,
TNA?
yeah, he's actually good. Yeah.
Oh my God! If
Yeah, he is
D'Angelo-
good.
dude. If D'Angelo Williams wanted to be a pro wrestler, he would be
Have
a
you ever
top
seen
guy
him
in the
all?
business,
Have you ever seen all?
I swear
dude,
to
no,
God.
he's good.
dude.
How
Like-
long did he do that for? Like a year or two?
No, I don't think he did like 1 or 2 matches.
Oh, I thought he
Dude.
did it for like a year.
Was so fucking good,
No,
man.
he was good.
So fucking good. Like
The
like
running back? Yeah,
fish
he's
to
good.
water, dude. Like seriously, like
That's
good.
awesome.
Like he was really, really good. So I don't know about UConn though, Drummy. You might got to
Yeah, fuck those Huskies. Fuck your
So-
traffic.
sober up and write us in sometime, man. Bob from Broomall writes in,
Hey,
Hack Ratliff and the Night Sweats. What's good, boys? Watching Dynamite and heard the Sandman mentioned by Athena, and I was wondering if you ever pissed or shit yourself or your opponent did during a match. We heard so many stories over the years of guys doing it. Thanks for the content.
Why did Athena mentioning Hack's name make you think of shitting and pissing
Because
in the ring?
the line she said was that I'm going to make the Sandman shit his pants.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Athena?
All right. The chick that worked Tony Storm in the pay-per-view.
well, why is she talking about me?
Because they were at the arena last night. She's got a big match against me and Shirakawa tomorrow.
Yeah.
She
mentioned
the
you.
violence I'll bring would make
I
sense.
knew I liked that girl.
Yeah.
Was guy in TNA with her?
Nope. Definitely
So what was
not.
the question? Did anybody
Have
shit
you
or
ever
piss or
pissed or shit yourself in the ring, or have seen
Nah,
the
with tons of stories. Guys taking a big backdrop.
big backdrop does it?
That's what they call it.
Okay. The big backdrop. Okay, but you never had an accident or
Yeah,
anything.
especially if you got white tights on.
Oh yeah, you don't want that. Next week on the show, WWE Clash in Paris. But before we go, Hack, the Kate of the Week or the Toast of the Week?
The dude that didn't stop Jackson from punching that guy.
Kane of the week.
Wow, you actually had
Halloween,
one this
dude.
week.
Yeah.
This is the first time in a long time.
Because I thought about it for only 8 seconds.
Okay, all
Well,
right.
that was just so obvious.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All
Is
right.
there a toast of the
Throw
week,
my
or is
mind
that
over.
just the Kane? That's
No.
it.
All right, we'll catch you next week, guys.
Peace.